Good morning, Fusion. I want to take a moment to recognize someone whose story goes far deeper than real estate. And that is Lee Brewer out of Sarasota of my home state, Florida. Lee has been in the industry for nearly 2 decades. He has seen the highs and the lows, the booms and the downturns, and he has never given up. He's never wavered. That kind of resilience does not come from strategy alone. It comes from character. And let me tell you, Lee has plenty of it. Lee has shared with us and given us permission to share that he has been sober consistently since January of 2007. And Lee has used this journey to live a better life, but also to create a foundation of giving back. For over 17 years, he has supported recovery centers and shown up for people who needed a lifeline. He shares his story openly because he knows it might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And frankly, that puts him somewhat in the hot seat, and that means it takes some courage and some vulnerability to do so. He is a man of deep faith, deeply rooted in his church and his community. He gives of himself consistently, not just because he has to, but because that is who he is as a person. This past Easter, he used his helicopter to do an egg drop over the field for the kids at his church. That's Lee. I'm assuming those eggs were not regular eggs. Maybe the soft one. Anyhow, and the people around him feel that energy. He works hard and he plays hard, and the people around him feel that energy every single day. Now, here is what brings it all together. Lee just landed a $16 million listing, a career high. The home is actually owned by a broker who tried to sell it himself and couldn't do it. So he picked up the phone and he called Lee. This is another broker, someone who knows the business inside and out, and he decided to trust Lee with his listing. Not only because he trusts Lee, but because Lee practices business fundamental number 1. Lee is the agent that he would hire, and he practices fundamental number 2, which means he leads with actual value. All of this doesn't happen by chance. It's done by choice. It's done deliberately. It's done with discipline, and it's done with love. Lee has been building his reputation for the last 2 decades. And that reputation speaks louder than any Facebook commercial could. By the way, a couple days ago, I did a video on the daily point tracker, and Lee lives by this religiously. Lee understands on a deep level that the work that he does today pays off in weeks and months later. And the work is money in the bank account, because he's consistently doing it, and he's doing it with a high degree of love and care. He understands that you cannot walk a mile at a time. Lee focuses on doing what he needs to do on a day-by-day basis. That is the mindset. That is what staying the course actually looks like. Lee, we see you. To everyone watching, this is what happens when you combine faith, resilience, consistency, and genuine love for your community and the people around. The business ends up taking care of itself. Have a great day, everybody, and let's go Fusion.